Well, Scott Statz, not a lot of people knew about William Cooley coming in here, but they know a lot about him now. I mean, what should we know about him, and what about the way he performed today surprised you, and what didn't surprise you?
Well, to be honest, there wasn't a lot that didn't surprise me with BJ, which is kind of his nickname. And he ran awful tough. We thought he ran a little tentative early, but once he got some confidence going, as you can see, he's got good power and great speed, and he's a very coachable kid. So, and I thought our offensive line played really well in front of him. We only had one returning starter on our offensive line, so we're as worried about those guys as anybody else going into the game. But they had a nice game. I think we wore them down a little bit there in the second quarter and in the second half.
We were all looking for Mitchell Peary's name, just to make a kind of an impact early. But I guess the good news for you is he didn't have to.
Yeah, that is nice. I mean, Mitch is a great player on defense, and he's a great player on offense, and he's a selfless kid, and he knows that fullback is not our feature position. But on the other hand, we can get the ball in his hands at times too, and that'll be coming. People are going to have to stop our tailback game, and then there's stuff off of that, obviously. So, I can't say enough about the leadership that Mitch has shown this entire preseason camp. He's as good a linebacker as I've ever coached, to be honest with you.
And the thing that teams are going to have to stop now is two guys in the backfield, depending, at any one time, because even if you put Nathan in there, I mean, it's 210 and change at both positions.
Yeah, both those guys are nice size. They've done a great job committing to our weight program, and now they're reaping the benefits of that, and they're great kids, and I know that seems like every coach says that, but they truly are. They're 3-year starters for us. They've been through the wars. They've been in some huge games, and it was nice to see them get off to a good start this year. And
you throw William in there at 211, and I guess it pretty much is. It'll be, if the line gives them the holes, they're probably going to make the most of it.
Yeah, they're good at breaking tackles. There's no question about that. If we can get a good push and do our assignments up front, we don't have to win every block, but if we get a stalemate, sometimes that's good enough. Of course, we want more than that, but sometimes that's good enough for those big backs behind them.
And lost in the offensive dust here might be your quarterback, Joshua Bernhardt, at 1.7 of his first 8. I'm not sure what he finished, but he obviously managed the game really well.
He did. He's worked really hard. I know how badly he wanted to start this year, and he was in a real battle for our starting position the last 3 weeks, and he earned every bit of that, and he makes smart decisions. He's, as you saw, he pulled it down and ran a couple times, and he'll be just fine for us too, because he's such a smart, coachable kid.
Now, coaches need something to preach about during a week after a big win. Turnovers are probably one of the things they'll preach about, and then defensively, I thought that Darlington gained a decent amount of yards, and that's probably something that you're going to need to shore up against the River Valleys and the Lancasters of your league.
Absolutely, you hit it right on the head. We were disappointed in our run defense tonight, to be honest with you, and Darlington's a good football team, but there were times when we were right there to make the play and we didn't, and other times we had missed assignments, and you're right, our ball security was poor in the first half, and we addressed that at halftime, and it's something we try to emphasize in our program a lot. So, but they were young backs in their first start, so the other Bernhardt boy, Jakey, he's only a sophomore, and so you kind of have to get through some of those things with those young guys. Sometimes it's a good, valuable learning lesson for them.
It says a lot when you raise the bar during the course of your season opener. I mean, you get off to a great start and you expect more right away, and so I guess you got time to work on some of those things, but a good start today, and you got to feel good about the direction things are headed.
We really do. I mean, Darlington's a good squad this year. There's no question about that. They have an outstanding junior class, and they're picked as one of the favorites in the SWAL, so we knew they were going to be a stiff test for us, and yeah, we like where we're at right now. We have a lot of work to do, but the kids know that. I mean, they expect that. We'll be at film tomorrow morning and starting to try to get better for next week.
Scotty, nice job today. Thank you.
Thanks.